Hello, good morning Nairobi, good morning Kenya, good morning world. We are live at the adrenaline filled WRC, and we are super excited because as Sustainability Connects, we are here to not just only capture the action, but to also talk about the sustainability agenda of the WRC, sponsored by KCB. And I'm super excited because my guest here is a lady who wears so many hats, but she's going to introduce herself and tell us who she is and what she does, and talk about the whole aspect of sustainability in what she does. So karibu sana to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome to Icon Radio tukiwa hapa Naivasha.
Asante sana.
And even as we're doing that, the first car is just about to pass.
Okay.
And maybe you can just introduce yourself. I love that view.
All right. Thank you, Wanjira. My name is Mambo, Wachira. And as you said, I wear many hats. But my most proudest hat is being a sustainability champion. In terms of sustainability, I'm highly into recycling all waste. I'd like to believe that everything does not have to have an end of life.
Yeah.
Whether it's your waste in the house, we can make organic fertilizer, which works much better than the fertilizer that we're buying. In terms of plastics, it's also recyclable. It can actually be chipped, sent back into the factories. We've got the brooms, you've got all these other things that are happening with plastics.
Yeah.
When it comes to bottles, which is now where my passion comes in,
Yeah.
I collect bottles. I give them a facelift.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you're talking about these are glass bottles.
Glass bottles in specific, yes.
Okay.
So the glass bottles, what happens is that once I collect them, I can cut them and turn them into glasses, which you can use in your house, in your restaurants, and everything.
Yeah.
The top part of it, you can use it as a lampshade in your house. So where you just put in your bulb, and it's actually like a bulb holder.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You can also do a proper lampshade with some of the very big bottles that we have, and you can also turn them into planters, where you just cut it into half. Put in your soil, do your nice two little plants in there.
Yeah.
Because a bottle, if you leave a bottle here today, I can guarantee you the next WRC you'll still find that bottle there.
Very true.
Because it's not biodegradable.
Yeah, it is not. Yeah.
And that can be a weapon because I mean it's dangerous having a bottle just lying around.
Yeah.
So we try as much as possible to collect and upcycle and also recycle. So for the upcycling is where we're doing the glasses, the lampshades, the decor and everything. The recycling is where they crush them and you send them back to the factory and they manufacture now other bottles out of them. Yeah.
Oh wow. I love how you just said it. Doesn't have to have an end of life.
Yes.
It can be recycled.
Yes.
And you're very specific. Do you look at do you take all types of glasses, or do you have specific type of glass that you take?
I'll take all kinds of glasses as long as they can be cut, because the machines that we're using now are pretty good.
Okay.
So it can literally cut any kind of glass.
Okay.
Now the artistic bit is where it comes in. What do you turn that particular bottle into? Some bottles are like not so well shaped.
And they're also, I mean, there are people who are like, hey, inakaa tu pombe tu.
Yes. So there's that aspect. And then again, you also have to listen to your customer. What do they want out of the glass? So we encourage people, you've got all these bottles of wine in your house. I mean, come on, what are you doing with them? Bring them, let's turn them into something that you can still reuse.
Yeah.
So it's a piece that you'll also remember.
So we're looking at it as decor, we're looking at it as what else?
And using for drinking.
And drinking, yeah. So you
Any
can...
beverage would go in there perfectly. Because most of the glasses, if you look at most of the bottles, they're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So even if you put in like hot boiling water, it'll never crack. Quality is also A1.
Yeah.
So like now we're actually trying to spread this one, especially around the hotels, restaurants, and clubs.
Yeah.
To try and recycle their bottles. So now when you go into your favorite joint, you find, I'm being served with a bottle of what I consumed last time. It also gives that environmental vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
So
really
how do you get your bottles? Because I know it's easier to ask for people, individuals, but looking at it from a business perspective, you need to collect those bottles. So how do you do social impact with collection?
Now the social impact comes there because now we have to engage a wider range of people. Like for instance, this weekend there's going to be a lot of bottles, a lot I can tell you for free. Yeah. So I come into the people who are doing the sustainability. I tell them I'll take away all your bottles.
Oh,
Just
wow.
collect them and put them on the side. I'll throw them up in my pickup. That's one way we collect. Again, we know the joints where you can get a lot of bottles. So again, they don't need those bottles.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing is that, and especially when it comes to liquor, is that it can end up in the wrong hands. And then you get the counterfeits coming in and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So if you can take away those bottles from the clubs, then it works much better. Again, word of mouth. Today I'm here on Icon Radio.
Yes.
The whole world knows. They'll say, I want to talk to that lady. I've got like a whole gunia of, of bottles in my house.
Yeah.
So again, word of mouth really, really works. So our main goal is to avoid the bottles getting to the dump site.
I love that, because that has been the biggest issue. We've been talking about waste segregation at source.
Yes.
If we can reduce the amount of waste that goes into the landfills, then that makes our work of recycling and reusing these particular bottles into something that is artistic and something that. So how many people have you employed?
Right now, I'm based in Nairobi. And
Aren't we all?
I've got a base of 25 permanent employees.
Wow.
Yeah. And most of them
Cuts
are
across
youth,
all genders?
Youth, women, people with disability. Because again, the work is not, again, too tiring. Like even if you have some kind of disability, you're still able to sit and either remove a label, clean the glass, So those are my permanent employees. But indirectly, again, I have people who still we contract to collect our bottles.
So how often do you collect bottles in a week?
Every time the bottles are available. Mondays are our best days because of the weekend. You find there's a lot. Everyone is just throwing away their trash and everything. So Mondays are pretty good days.
Okay.
And in the middle of the week. But any time that we are told that, we've got bottles lying somewhere, we've got a van that can go and collect.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge you experience when you're doing this kind of work? Because I know we've been talking about green jobs forever, and people are like, panga kazi chafu. Well, also speaking to that, because green jobs are not dirty jobs. They're just different jobs.
I like looking at it this way, first of all. That is good.
High five.
That is the best thing that has ever happened.
Yeah.
For instance, today, just the guys who are cleaning up, imagine it's barely midday.
Yeah.
Their bins are almost full.
They have had to change them so often.
And that was just breakfast. So you can imagine by the time we're getting to lunch, the organic waste that's going to be in the lunch bins right now. If I was into the organic recycling, this would be a perfect spot. Because remember, for organic waste, you don't need anything. You just let it rot.
I know.
And you get the flies that
degradable,
and then
it's
biodegradable. Throw it back. All the
good manure
that we're saying and everything. Now, in terms of plastics, which plastics and glass are our biggest menace. And it's very sad that up till today, you still find people throwing bottles out of their cars.
Oh, wow.
They're driving. Even today, you just see somebody is finished with their drink and they'll just throw the tumbler.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of people forgetting. They leave them on the table.
Exactly.
So we need to have that awareness.
Awareness needs to come from us. And it has to come as discipline.
Okay.
Remember, when we talk about carbon credits, it's not just about companies. It's our impact on the environment. So if you can impact something on the environment, like pick a paper, throw it in the right place. You've earned your carbon credits. You're good to go. When it comes to the bottles, again, there are people who are malicious, who want to go and put in bad stuff. So we are also trying to avoid those people. But we are also trying to tell people, listen, this item, you don't have to end its life. Okay? You can upcycle it into so many other things. You can make a beautiful piece and even just clean the bottle and put in a rose flower. And it becomes your flower vase.
A lot of us don't have flower vases. So you might as well start now. And just introducing cultures that are beautiful and artistic and making things have a better shelf life.
You'll be surprised, like bird feeders. You just overturn the bottle, put in a base which is also made of glass, some little bit of water. It's going to be a beautiful piece in your compound.
Wow.
Birds will just keep flocking.
That's
they know
amazing.
their feeding time, So there's so much we can do, especially with bottles. And I'm so proud because right now, I'm running a project with EABL. I just got in early this year. It's called the Rudisha Chupa Initiative.
Oh, you're thriving.
I'm in the glass conversion rates.
I can imagine.
And I love the drive that East African breweries and Diageo have, especially in terms of sustainability. Because remember, all their products are what? They're bottled. Because the tins, those ones, they'll recycle on the side. But the bottles have become a menace. And they've gone all out now. And it's just beautiful. When you go there and you're seeing people are actually returning bottles. You know, you're like,
do you know
now
the
it's a culture that-
incentivization aspect of it is what is driving the, like, let me tell you, if there was nothing to get out of it, a lot of people would be like, you know, but
no one wants to get into that dirty business.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, okay, it's dirty.
coming from it is
But
dirty.
I told you that is good.
Yeah. So coming here at the KCB WRC rally, what are you expecting, especially on matters sustainability, because they are all out.
Yeah.
They are all out on sustainability.
So first of all, I love my bank, which is KCB, because they've also gone all out on sustainability.
Yes.
You know, that I think they're the only banks that give a sustainability report as a bank. Because, you know, a bank, their core business is money.
If I say yes or no,
But these ones, they go ahead and tell us, you know, sustainability, we did X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
And they really support us, by the way. In fact, I was in a meeting, I think like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And some of the things we were discussing were about sustainability.
Yeah.
Because myself and another guy who was also doing the same work, we were actually in the same forum.
Oh, wow.
So we're saying, listen, this can be huge.
Yeah.
But you can drive it even better.
Yeah.
And again, we come back to the question of, you know, the incentive that you get out of it. Because, I mean, everyone wants to be incentivized with something.
Yeah, it had better
Tell me
be
to collect a bottle, but tell me, okay, this is going to happen after you're done with that.
Yeah.
So in terms of sustainability, I believe, first of all, it's an initiative that has to start with the individual. It has to start with us. Until the day, you know, I'm loving what some places I'm seeing. They've got 3 bins nowadays labeled.
Oh yeah, like we have right around the whole
bottles.
KCB Den area. We have different types of, especially we have partners like NEMA.
Yes.
There are other collectors from just here Naivasha who will be coming in on the show on waste segregation at source, and it's amazing.
Once we get the segregation right, we'll have at least achieved, let's say, 80% of what we are trying to attain with the environmental sustainability.
Yeah.
If you can just be disciplined enough and know, you know, this bottle, it goes into this bin. I wish one day, you know, you can have those vending machines, like, you know, Coca-Cola, you return their plastic bottle, it gives you even like a bob or 10 bob, you know.
They used to do that with their return, but they need to bring that back. But the ripple effect, I love you have your 25 permanent employees, and you have seen their families being changed because of this particular kind of green jobs. Talk to young people who are shelving or working, you know, just thinking, hiyo ni kazi we can't do. Talk to them and encourage them that these are actually jobs that can pay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So today I want to tell the young people, first of all, my manager, who is also my son, he's huge on sustainability. Like him, he will go all into the dump site in his gumboots, hata gloves saa zingine anasahau.
Oh wow. How old is
The
he?
young people, 28 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So the young people should not choose work. We're all talking about unemployment. We can go that extra mile and just do something like, you know, environmental, just cleanup. It doesn't need a lot of education and everything. It's something that can keep you going. He's still a part-time DJ, but he loves collecting rubbish, you know, and it brings food on the table.
And a spin piano my bottles.
For the young people, this is their time.
Yeah.
I mean, very soon I'll not be able to do this.
Yeah.
But for the young people, and especially if they have the drive, the initiative, you know, they've got more energy. And no one should give up on anything. You can turn anything into something.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole purpose about recycling. There's no end of life to it. I think the government has also emphasized a lot about recycling.
I don't know if you're about the EPR regulations.
Yes.
You are aware?
Yes.
And I'm so happy that you are, because I'd be very worried.
No.
And they're about,
it's favoring us.
that's the thing.
The thing is that they want to know, you as a manufacturer, what happens to your packaging once you're done with your products. So it's also an initiative. Like today, people who are bottling water, they're being told, we want to see where your waste is going.
Yeah.
If you're bottling something in a glass, we want to see what where your glass is going.
Yeah.
So
you're happy.
And
PROs are happy.
it's
because
that we didn't expect.
You know, the extended producer responsibility just is gonna be rolling out in May, and NEMA is gonna be telling us a bit more about the regulations and what people need to be aware of.
Yes.
So that even when you're talking about waste segregation at source and how you can now start earning from it as an individual, and I think this is just the one regulation that a lot of waste management companies were looking forward to.
I know, and right now there's still a bit of grey.
Yeah.
So we are still eagerly waiting for May to set the record straight.
I'm so happy we have NEMA here.
Oh, no.
They will set the record straight on some of these things.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming to our show, and we hope that you can come now. Now that tumetoka Nairobi sisi wote, tupatane tu Nairobi kwa studio.
Hakuna shida.
We can even come and see you, watch your son
By the way,
collecting
the young man was trained as a DJ in this school, Icon Radio.
Oh, apparently great.
He was one of the first students here, so I know Icon from way back.
Ah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that Icon has been a champion for sustainability, and we love talking about this because we realize there's a gap. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your work. Ungekuwa wapi?
But again, also in terms of another hat that I wear, I also produce charcoal briquettes.
Oh,
all this started as a hobby, let me tell you, Wanjira.
Yeah. Are you for real?
I make charcoal briquettes. I'm huge on them.
Okay.
And again, it's recycled from waste.
Yeah.
Because I use charcoal as waste.
Yeah.
And cassava waste.
What do you use? What materials are you using for your briquettes?
I'm using my char dust. Which is what, I mean, like today, if you bought a gunia of maca, half of it is going to be waste.
Of course.
If you ever look at your guy who sells charcoal in the neighborhood, he always has like a hill of like dust.
Yeah.
That dust, when it rains, it all goes and blocks your drainage and everything.
Absolutely.
So I clean up that waste for him.
Wow.
I compact it again and I make my charcoal briquettes. Smokeless, burn 75% more than normal charcoal. And it's a beautiful product.
I love that. I love that, and I love how easy it comes to you.
I'm crafting. I craft a lot. We try and do a lot of crafting. My partner is into woodwork, so we also complement each other. Like some pieces of glass that we cut, we can fit in some wood, make like candle stands, blah, blah,
Do you have samples? Maybe we can see some samples a bit later.
But when I come on studio, I'm definitely bring you branded Icon. Yeah. It's gonna be done like that.
Amesema in camera, so there's no there's no turning back. There's no turning back.
And I'll definitely do that. We'll discuss further. My company is called Priya Enterprises Limited, and I'd like to say we are a startup, although a startup that is running. So
all right.
I think we missed the jogging and stuff, and then syllabus ikakimbia, so we are still catching up with it.
We actually mkombele because this is now CBC in action.
Actually, and you see now for the youth, they are being taught to be handy. It's not all about maths and science and all that stuff.
You know, that day they were like, maths is no longer compulsory, and we were there raising our arms.
So this is CBC in action. It is in action.
And a lot of people are becoming more hands-on.
Apart from even that, again, our impact on society. You look at like the machines we use, they're made from Juakali. Those artisans are doing amazing work. And when I say amazing, Wanjira, as in the guy will put in a machine for you and tell you it'll cut glass and it'll not cut you. How cool is that?
Unaweza pitisha, you can,
unaweza kileta kidole yako, hiyo blade haitakukata, lakini wekelea chupa
inakata.
Itakata.
Hizo tunakuja kuona. Hizo kuona kuamini.
You can pay us a visit. We'll take you through the whole process.
That's amazing.
From the process of collection, separating, of course, the different brands and everything, and then now the cutting, the cleaning, the packaging, everything. Even the branding, which we are doing.
That's amazing. Hey, you should brand us, I
have to brand you.
Thank you so much.
I'll make sure Walter delivers them himself. Because he knows the school very well.
He had better. We trained him. But thank you so much for being on our show today. We are here with so much adrenaline.
I know.
Like if you look around the whole area, people are just excited. People are looking forward to the first rally car just passing by. And we are here to catch both the action and the sustainability agenda of the WRC and KCB right here at Naivasha. We are at Kedong.
Kedong it is.
It is.
And today, if you see me collecting bottles, usione
usione
makosa.
Uko kazi?
Yangu ni ya kukata tu.
All right. So thank you guys. Let's continue. Let's have fun. Let's watch the cars as they pass by. And right after this, we are bringing KCB on the station. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.